So hello, everybody. My name is Roman Heczko. I am originally from northern Silesia, Třinec, Czech Republic. I've been in the States since 1990, so 12 years old. I studied architecture at Kansas State University, and my journey to New York City is kind of like the 2008 uh, resolution to when the economy collapsed, and it was really tough for architects. So I moved to New York. I couldn't buy a job for like 2, 3 years, literally. So belongs to Czech community. And yeah, I started doing design build with some New Yorkers, Czechs, when I moved here in 2009. So um, what I did is I went to the Architectural Digest home show in 2010, 2011. Somebody invited me. Never seen anything like it. And I saw all these amazing furnitures. So I was like, wow, what would it be like to like start maybe designing furniture, not just architecture? I mean, architecture is such a strange profession anyways. You just sit behind a computer. Why not? Why not try to start creating some furniture? So started with some concepts, and actually these first models were being built in a street in Ridgewood, Queens, because I had no idea like still being a year, 2 years in New York, like how to incorporate myself into this city. So I started concepting, and eventually, like quite the little story started developing with kind of my eccentric visions and ideas of how to work with metal and wood. So slowly, these chairs started kind of coming along. It's a evolution of about a 12, 13-year process to get to this stage. And by now, I've uploaded quite a bit of moves and steps to kind of get a feel of what it's like to make a chair. So originally, I started out with a little concept where I was trying to work with this sacred geometry thing called the Metadron's Cube Flower of Life series methodology. And I started just breaking chairs down from a point, from actually from philosophy. And eventually, I started designing chairs like this. This chair was never in my head. This is technically a mathematical equation of that would probably take me many days to discuss. So I'm not going to get into that. Um, so really, what these chairs are, it's like a beginning of I don't know how to like say it like, but it is. It's a sacred geometry thing that a lot of painters in Renaissance, Egypt, all throughout, like Da Vinci did it, Michelangelo did it, but they painted over it because back in the days, not too long ago, you were literally considered a heretic for playing with this kind of a methodology. So they would burn you at the stake, or they would do a lot of bad things to you if you went too far with it. Um, so slowly, these chairs kind of have like a flower petal. They're kind of like almost like instruments to a certain extent. Like they're tuning instruments of some sort, where the energetics and colors and the playfulness that goes into these furnishings is a little bit more almost like it's almost like a religious experience with them for me. And so I didn't know I was going to spend 10, 12 years literally making chairs. At first, I thought it was going to be like a year, year and a half, maximum 3 year kind of exploration of playing with chairs. But now I know people that get into chair design, they get into a lot of trouble because it becomes a lifetime worth of explorations. And as they grow, as they come along, um, the chairs have been like a beautiful teacher on how to do the real things, which is also architecture, right? So they are kind of like my tuning instruments of learning how to do um, how to expand my craft, not just as an architect, but also as a craftsman and a builder. So yeah, so here's like some new concepts that are on the board, kind of trying to break away from the methodology of the flower of life, but still like possessing the knowledge that you get from building these chairs, and these are some new concepts that are on the boards this past maybe year. Is that about a year, 4 or 5 months? And yeah, so here's like some tables that go along with it. And then, of course, like outside of that, I also do things with restaurants, jazz clubs, commissions I've had in Arkansas for architecture residences, straight out of college, some Long Island clubs. I don't know what that even. That's like an outdoor bar. This is like a photography studio over there in Midtown. We're doing all these intricate. This is like also like $100 million residential home for some Russian oligarch. Because this was intense. This is a lot of work. I helped finish this for 9 months after about 10 years of work, I think it was. Doing some stainless steel work. So my relationship is always with wood, metal. That's kind of like my mode of operation. There's some earlier philosophies on my furnishings, credenzas, and yeah, that's me in 6 minutes. Thank you.